Hello everyone, we are the first presenter for this lesson. So our topic is all about the demands of society from the teacher as a professional and as a person. For our learning outcomes, discuss the meaning of the teacher as a professional, explain what society demands from the teacher as a professional, explain the professional competencies that a teacher should possess. For introduction, I have prepared here some key points. First is that teachers spend more time with students than during school months. So the first key point is teacher influence on student. Teachers significantly impact student behavior and learning. Society holds teachers accountable for student conduct and performance. Next one, teachers is a multifaceted role. Teachers serve as tutors, nurses, guidance counselor, community leaders, resource speaker, and consultants. Next one is the primary demand. Teacher, effective teaching is the core expectation from the society. In other words, during the school months, we all know the teacher often spend more time with students than parents, so they play a crucial role in their development. These extended interactions allows teachers to significantly influence students' behaviors and learning, leading society to hold them accountable for fostering positive conduct and academic success. Teachers also have a multifaceted role. They can act as a tutor, nurses, counselors, community leaders, resource speakers, and consultants. Despite these varied responsibilities in societies, the primary demand is the effective teaching, highlighting the importance of delivering quality education and meaningful learning experiences. Other key points is teacher-sustained learning gains. Effective teachers have a lasting positive impact on student learning, and also their gains are compounded with additional years of effective teaching. Next one is we have here negative effect of poor teaching. Poor performing teachers cause lasting negative effect of student achievement. Negative impact persists for approximately 3 years, even after improved teaching. We also have here the long-term benefits, which is the high performance of teacher increased chances of college attendance and future earnings. The last one is the teacher's role in achievement. Teacher's quality is the single most important factors for student learning. In conclusion, teacher must strive to be the best and the brightest, possessing unnecessary competencies to make a lasting positive impact on the students. Of course, effective teachers significantly boost student learnings with gains increasing over successive years. Poor teaching has lasting negative effect on students' achievement, persisting for about 3 years even after improvement. High-performing teacher enhance college attendance prospects and future earnings. Teacher quality is the most crucial factor in student learning. Therefore, teacher must aim to be highly competent to make a lasting positive impact on their students.
The teacher as a professional. In previous lesson, we discussed the elements of a profession, then we examined teaching against these elements. So teaching fulfills the elements of a profession, and so a teacher is truly a professional. A professional is one who went through long years of preparation to earn a teacher education degree recognized by the Commission on the Higher Education, after which he or she hurdled a licensure examination for teachers, or we called the LEP, administered by the Board of Professional Teachers with the supervision of the Professional Regulation Commission, or the PRC. So by passing the LEP, he or she obtained a license which he or she obliged to renew every 3 years, on condition that he or she can show proof of continuing professional development. So as a professional teacher, he or she is expected to abide by the Code of Ethics. Code of Ethics for professional teachers. So when we say the Code of Ethics, the Code of Ethics for professional teachers serves as a foundational document that guides educators in their professional journey, ensuring they upholds the highest standards of ethical behavior and contribute positively to the educational landscape. So violation of the Code of Ethics can be a ground for the revocation of license. This is exactly how the Code of Ethics of professional teachers define the professional teacher. So the teacher is a licensed professional who possesses dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence. He or she adheres to, observes, and practices a set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. The demand from the teaching as a profession. The Code of Ethics for professional teachers spells out the demands of the state, community, higher authorities, and school officials, and parents from teachers. We will discuss them in details in this chapter solely devoted to the Code of Ethics. But in this lesson, we shall focus on the society's demand of good teaching from the professional teacher. In the first place, the word teacher suggests that the main responsibility of the professional teachers is to teach. The teacher's primary customer is the learner. So so let us concentrate on effective teaching, which is the professional teacher's primary responsibility. And there are a number of models or frameworks of effective teaching. In the country, we have the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or PPST. These PPST are standards of good teaching, which will also be discussed in the succeeding lessons. Um, in addition, we shall present 4 evaluation models of effective teaching here.
Okay, now let's move on to the models of effective teaching. So I will going to discuss the first model that is effective to teaching your students. So first is the Robert Marzano's casual teacher evaluation model of 4 domains. So first domain is the classroom strategies and behaviors, which is it involves directing events such as the communicating learning goals and feedback and establishing rules and procedures, and then involve addressing content by helping your students to interact with their new knowledge and practice and deepen their new knowledge. The next is helping students generate and test hypotheses. And then the other that was under the classroom strategies and behavior is involve events enacted on the such as engaging students, recognizing adherence to rules and procedures, establishing and maintaining effective relationship with students, and communicating high expectations for all students. So next is the planning and preparing. So it involves the planning and preparing for lessons, which is your lesson plan, and then for use of technology, which is after you will do your lesson plan, you will do your PPT presentation or instructional material that is involved in or you will use technology. So next is for needs of students receiving special education. So for example, if you have a student that is PWD, something like that, so it implies here. So for needs of students who lack support for schooling, so such as those students whom other parents can support them in their school, like in financial, something like that. So now let's move on to the third domains of Robert Manzano's casual teacher evaluation model.
So the third domain is reflecting on teaching. So it's all about reflection. And reflection is actually one of the most essential key of being an effective teacher. So we can do that by evaluating personal performance. We can assess our teaching practices to recognize what we excel at and where improvement is needed. We can also analyze a particular teaching methods and classroom behaviors kung bakit ito ilahang impact sa student learning. The next is developing and implementing a professional growth plan. So we teachers must create a detailed plan outlining our professional development goals and steps na kailangan nato i-achieve. And if that plan, dapat i-monitor ko na ito ang progress. If kailangan pa ba na ito adjustment or mistake sa atong course, atong plan. So yes, create a plan and monitor it. Step by track mo more progress. And then last domain, fourth, the collegiality and professionalism. So promoting a positive interaction, right? Positive. So as a teacher, we can have it by mag-engage ta in sharing teaching strategies and ideas with our colleagues para makafoster ta og a collaborative learning environment. And then we can also see key mentorship for areas of needed or interest. So kita teacher, need dyan po na to o kanang mga guidance and mentorship sa katong mas higher ups or mas experience sa kanang particular nga areas na kailangan natin improve or if ever na tayo particular na interest. And yes, mentoring other teachers and sharing ideas and strategies. So, experienced teachers support your peers by mentoring them and sharing successful teaching practices. So, of course, if mas experienced ka, mas nakajud ka may balaan. So, mas maayos na siya i-share na nato sa uban, especially those teachers na bagula or even the students. And then is adhering to district and school rules and procedures. So of course, teachers need to be professional. We must follow the rules and procedures set by the school to maintain a well-ordered educational environment. And then lastly is participating in school initiatives. So teachers can take an active role in school initiatives contributing to overall improvement and development of the educational system.
Good day everyone, I'm Jericho Chong, and my report is all about the Danielson Framework for Teaching. Developed by Charlotte Danielson, provides a comprehensive structure for evaluating teacher practice. It consists of 4 domains and 22 components. The first domain was planning and preparation, demonstrating knowledge of contents and pedagogy, understanding students and their needs, setting instructional outcomes, designing coherent instruction and student assessment. The second domain is classroom environment. It consists of creating a respectful and rapport-building environment, establishing a culture for learning, managing classroom procedures and student behaviors, organizing physical space. The third domain is instruction, communicating effectively with students, using questioning and discussion techniques, engaging students in learning, incorporating assessment into instruction, demonstrating flexibility and responsiveness. The fourth domain is professional responsibilities, which consist of reflecting on teaching, maintaining accurate records, communicating with families, participating in the professional community, growing and developing professionally. The framework guides teacher development and evaluation, emphasizing effective teaching practices across these domains and components.
Good day everyone, I am Walter Limocon and I will be reporting about the Teacher Effectiveness Performance Evaluation or the TEPES by James Tronch. So we have 7 performance standards. First will be the professional knowledge. This standard evaluates whether a teacher has a strong grasp of the subject they are teaching. It is like checking if a chef knows all the recipes by heart. Second one will be the instructional planning. This is about how well a teacher prepares for the lessons. Think of it as a coach planning strategies before a big game. Third one will be the instructional delivery. This measures how effectively a teacher conducts their lessons. It is similar to how a director ensures a play runs smoothly on stage. Fourth one will be the assessment for learning. Here, it is checked how a teacher evaluates students' learning and uses those evaluations to improve teaching. It is like a gardener assessing the growth of plants and adjusting care accordingly. Fifth one will be the learning environment. This standard looks at how a teacher makes the classroom a good place for learning, much like how a host makes guests feel welcome at a party. Sixth one will be the professionalism. This assesses work ethic and interaction with others. It is like evaluating how a team player behaves both on and off the field. Last one will be the student progress. The focus here is on the results of teaching, how much students have learned. It is like seeing how much stronger an athlete has gotten after a training. So that's all. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something about this topic and have a nice day ahead.
Good day everyone, I am Letrasy Cabras and now I'll be discussing about the teacher's evaluation standard by Macross model. So first, let me define what is teacher's evaluation standard or teacher's evaluation system. In Macross model, it's designed to assess and enhance teacher's performance by aligning it with professional teaching standards. The evaluation process involves collaboration between teachers and the principals or the evaluators. This system not only measures performance but also guides professional growth through self-assessment, reflection, and classroom demonstration. And it can benefit not only for teachers but also for the learners or the students. So now, there are 5 standards in Macross model. So first, we have teachers demonstrate leadership.
By displaying such leadership skills, educators demonstrate their commitment to teaching and can create a positive influence on staff members, students, and the school as a whole. Because teachers is a leader in the school, in the classroom, it will be a leader to the teaching profession, and also teachers demonstrate leadership in having an ethical standard. The second standard will be the teachers establish a respectful environment for a diverse population of students. Because teachers establish an environment where all students feel appreciated and supported by cultivating a respectful environment and accepting diversity. This will promote mental health and academic performance. And the third one is that as teachers know the content they teach, because as a teachers, we didn't go to class when we are not prepared for. We are not knowledgeable for the subject we discuss for them. Because teachers make sure that students are well prepared for the future academic and personal effort by truly understanding the material and making it relevant for the students. So the fourth one is teachers facilitate learning for their students. So as educators, we establish a learning environment that promotes students' critical thinking abilities and advances their intellectual, physical, and social emotional development by integrating these aspects into their curriculum. And the last standards of Mackerel model is teachers reflect on their practice. Because as a teachers, we become more proficient at identifying opportunities for growth and putting into practice the strategies that work for our students when we tend to reflect on their practice. For all the standards that I discussed, this may foster the teachers the best possible learning and advance their own professional growth. By upholding those criteria, it's important that educators understand these standards in order to create a positive learning environment and implement successful teaching technique environment for our students, for the students. And that's all my discussion for today, and the remaining topic will be discussing by my groupmates. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Rachel Golbestran, and for this time I'll be discussing the comparison of the four models on teachers' effectiveness. This includes the Danielson model, Strunch model, Mackerel model, and the Marzano model. So as you can see in the slide, there is a table, and the number one summary of it is that to prepare and to plan. So the teacher should prepare and plan very well the instructions and discussion she will be discussing with the students, and the teacher should know very well the content or the module she will be discussing to the students. Number two is that the teacher should execute or deliver that instruction very well to the students to be able for them to facilitate their learnings, and also the teacher should include in his or her strategies on how she will be handling the behavior of the students. So also in the number three, the teachers establish a respectful environment for diverse population of the students. The teacher should create a conducive and favorable environment for the students' diverse group of learners. So the teacher should adapt the diverse way of group of learners, and this includes how she will be preparing the environment to be able for the children to learn. This focuses on the students' progress. So, and also assessment report learners' progress. So the teacher should record all the quizzes or the tests that she will be give to the students to be able for her or him to adapt or know the progress of the students. So the number four is that the teacher should demonstrate professionalism as he or she deals with superiors, colleagues, and students and parents. The teacher should reflect on their practices. So that's all for the table. And since the main task of the professional teacher is to teach, the society would demand or should demand from him or her teaching competencies and skills. This will be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. So today we'll be tackling about the PTSD or the Philippine Professional Standard for Teachers. So it is a set of standards and guidelines mandated by the RA 10-533 for teachers in the Philippines. The implementation of PTSD aims to improve the teaching practices and achievement better learning outcomes. So the defense is one that the teachers possess the necessary skills and knowledge to provide a quality education. So in the field of moderators or educator, you really need to have the right knowledge you have and those skills na kung saan mo pag-deliver ang imong topic sa imong students na makasabot sila og maayo so that you can be not the best teacher but successful teacher for them. So one of the characteristics na kailangan nimo as a moderator makuha is recognize the importance of mastery of content knowledge, and it's interconnected within the crossing curriculum areas. So just like I said, being a teacher, kailangan yun na mastery sa imong topic and knowledge about those topics. Kay para masabtan og maayo sa imong students kung unsa imong istorya dira sa tubangan, kay para makalearn sila sakto, kay para dili ka mag-istorya lang sa tubangan pero sila isula sila masabtan gikan sa imuha. So next is provide learning environments that are safe, secure, fair, and supportive in order to promote learners' responsibility and achievement. So being in a classroom kay diversity mo, gikan mo sa lain-lain nga place and cultural background. So being a education, being a teachers, you really need to feel them welcome sila, and you also want to be fair to everyone's labi na sa ato ang brothers and sisters. You kailangan sila respect, and to feel them respect, you're the one nga mag-respect sila para masunod ang imong students, kay para ma-feel nila nga welcome sila in the classrooms, kay para kung na kay mga activities nga ipagawa sila ma-feel nila nga part sila ana. And next is establish learning environment that is responsive to learning's diversity. So just like I said kanina, diversity mo sa classroom, that's why you need to feel them nga welcome sila nga to do so. So kung na kay pang ask nga about sa activities or na kay mga question about your topic, maka-answer sila nga dili sila maulaw nga motubag nga way pagduwa-duwa. Tapos from diversity man mo, every students can learn something new about their classmates. Kung asa sila gikan, kung asa sila dito, kung asa sila dito. So, being a teacher is not that easy guys. So, just like mom said from our previous discussion, it is a choice or you're free. So, yeah, and I guess that's all guys. Thank you.
So now we're continuing the discussion about the characteristic that needed to possess of the quality of the teacher in the Philippines. So curriculum implementation and lesson planning, teacher adapt the national and local curriculum to create engaged lesson that meets students' needs. They turn curriculum goals into interesting activities and lessons. Working alone or with others, lessons are designed to be well organized and relevant to the student's context, using various resources. They clearly communicate the learning objective to help students understand and achieve their goals. Assessment and feedback. Teachers use different tools to assess and track students' progress and provide useful feedback. They apply a range of assessment methods to monitor how students are doing and use the result to improve teaching and learning. Feedback helps students to understand their progress and inform teacher future planning. And school community partnership. Teacher build partnership with the community to enhance the learning environment and engage stakeholders in the education process. They seek and respond to opportunities to connect classroom learning with the wider communities, experiences, and interests. They also adhere to professional ethics and accountability to maintain positive relationship with the students, parents, and the communities. Personal and professional development. Teachers prioritize their own growth and uphold professional standards with integrity and respect. They are committed to continuous personal and professional improvement, reflecting on their practices to become better educators. They value lifelong learning and maintain high standards that honor the teaching professions.
Professionalism. So professionalism is a crucial trait that defines how individuals conduct themselves in various aspects of their lives. Particularly in a workplace, it encompasses a set of qualities and behavior that reflects competence, integrity, respect, and accountability. Firstly, competence is at core of professionalism. It involves possessing the necessary knowledge, skills, expertise to perform tasks effectively and efficient. Professionalism continuously strive to enhance their abilities through learning and experience, ensuring they can meet demands of the rules competently.
Let's move on in lesson 2, the demands of society from the teacher as a person. What are the demands of the teaching profession from the teacher as a person? Here are, number 1, personal attributes and behavior. Caring and compassionate, care about their students' well-being. Next, fairness and impartiality. Teachers should treat all students. Next, forgiving and patient. Learners requires patience and understanding. Next, professional conduct. Teachers must uphold high ethical standards both in and out of the classroom. Let's move on number 2, professional competence. Content knowledge, understanding of the subjects they teach. Next, pedagogical skills, effective teaching methods, classroom management, and assessment strategies are essentials. Next, adaptability. Teachers need to adjust their approaches to meet the needs of the different learners. Next, continuous learning, staying updated with digital research, and best practice is crucial. Let's move on number 3, relationships and communication. Here are, building rapport. Teachers must establish positive relationships with students requires. Students, parents, and colleagues. Next, effective communication. Clear and communication fosters understanding and trust. Next, collaboration. Working well with other professionals and stakeholders is vital. Let's move on number 4, professional ethics and integrity. Here are, honesty. Teachers should be transparent and truthful. Confidentiality. Respecting student privacy is essential. Next, avoiding conflicts of interest. Teachers must maintain professional boundaries. And last but not the least, role modeling. Behavior, example. Teachers serve as a role models for students, demonstrating values, work ethic, and responsibility. And next, dress code and conduct. Teachers' appearance and behavior reflect on the profession.
Good day everyone. Today, I'll discuss about the 12 characteristics of an effective teaching. Preparation is important for engaging lessons, maximizing the use of time and resources, and improving the teaching quality. Focusing on the positive, teacher can foster better academic and personal outcome for students. Teachers with high expectation believes that students will learn faster and will improve their level of achievements. They also have positive attitudes towards students and more effective teaching practices. Being creative is the best way to get and retain the students' attention and for them to remain motivated in the classroom. Fairness does not always mean it will be equal, but it means treating the students according to their need. Why do teachers display a personal touch? Because it allows them a glimpse of our interest, passion, and inspires them to share theirs as well. This makes time for students to share their success and challenges. Being open, honest, and vulnerable with each other requires courage and unifying. Students that have fun during class are more motivated to engage within the teaching. Teachers should respect students because it can build a culture of trust and mutual respect that supports effective relationship. The common understanding of forgiveness would allow teachers to shape the students' belief, attitude in a consistent way. Compassionate teachers can create a positive learning environment for students and for themselves. As future educators, if we hide from our mistakes as teachers, we are showing our students to do the same. Instead, we need to embrace our mistakes as teachable moments. effective teachers can have a significant impact on students' achievement, and these 12 characteristics is the most important school-related factors influencing student success.
Hi, my name is Shireen Salibio and I'll be discussing the term professionalism. So what is professionalism? So professionalism in the field of education, it involves interacting with students, colleagues, administrators, parents, and other members of the community in an appropriate and respectful way that encourages a successful learning environment. Professionalism is also something demanded. And when I say demanded, it is required, need, and insists on having the standard of teachers not just as professionals but also as persons. Professionalism is also concisely described in Article 11 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. So it has 4 sections, and in section 1 it says here that a teacher shall live with dignity at all times. So living with dignity. So this means that teachers should conduct themselves in a respectful and honorable manner at all times. Whether they are in school, at home, or elsewhere, they should uphold their dignity. So an example of this is a teacher refrains from engaging in gossip or spreading rumors about colleagues because they are maintaining a dignified and professional demeanor. Next is section 2. A teacher shall place premium upon self-respect and self-discipline as the principle of personal behavior in all relationships with others and all situations. So self-respect and self-discipline. So teachers should prioritize self-discipline and self-respect. They must exhibit responsible behavior and adhere to ethical standards. So an example of this is a teacher avoids using inappropriate language or losing the temper during challenging situations in the classroom. Section 3. A teacher shall maintain at all times a dignified personality which could serve as model worthy of emulation by learners, peers, and others. So maintaining a dignified personality. So teachers sometimes serve as our role model, and their behavior should also inspire respect and admiration. So an example of this is a teacher consistently demonstrates kindness, patience, and fairness, creating a positive environment for all learners. And lastly is the section 4. A teacher shall always recognize the Almighty God or being as guide of his own destiny and of the destinies of men and nations. So recognizing the Almighty God. This means acknowledging a higher power as a guide for personal and professional decisions. So, an example of this is a teacher starts each day with a moment of reflection or prayer seeking guidance in their teaching journey. So, these are the principles that help create a positive and respectful learning environment for both teachers and students. So, the Code of Ethics for Public School Teachers, adopted in Section 7 of the Public Act 4670, cites integrity as one of the essential traits of a professional teacher. So, what is integrity? When we define integrity, it is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles or moral uprightness.